Hello guys, this is Gateville Academy and this is the third lecture on the series of strength of materials. So in this lecture we will derive this expression epsilon V is equal to epsilon XX plus epsilon YY plus epsilon ZZ. In this expression epsilon V represents volumetric strain, whereas these three expressions epsilon XX, epsilon YY and epsilon ZZ represents direct strains. So this expression says if you want to calculate volumetric strain, you can simply add up the direct strains in three perpendicular direction x, y, z respectively. If you have any doubt regarding what volumetric strain is and what direct strain is, you can refer to our previous video on stresses and strains. So for the derivation of this expression, we will consider a cube, a 3D object with length L, breadth B and depth D. This is your length in x direction, this is your depth D in y direction, and this is your breadth B in z direction. So from the original expression for epsilon V, we know that its change in volume divided by the original volume. These length L, breadth B and depth D are the original lengths of the sides of this cube. So the V, which is the original volume, will be equal to length multiplied by breadth multiplied by depth, which is equal to LBD. If V dash is the changed volume, it will be equal to L plus delta L, where delta L is the change in length, B is the breadth and delta B is the change in breadth multiplied by D plus delta D, where delta D is the change in depth. These changes occur due to stresses in x direction, sigma xx, sigma yy in y direction and sigma zz in z direction. So the new volume will be LB plus delta LB plus L delta B plus delta L delta B. Okay, this will be multiplied by D plus delta D. So this will be LBD plus delta LBD plus L delta B D plus delta L delta B D plus LB delta D plus delta LB delta D plus L delta B delta D plus delta L delta B delta D. Okay, so in this expression delta L, delta B and delta D are very small quantities. So when two small quantities are multiplied, it gives a very small quantity. So this can be neglected. So this can be neglected because there is delta B and delta D here. This can be neglected because delta L, delta B is here. And this can be neglected. And this can also be neglected because there are three small quantities. So let's erase the part here. So your V dash will be LBD plus delta LBD plus L delta BD plus LB delta D, and the original volume was LBD. So the change in volume, which is represented by delta V here, will be V dash minus V, which will be equal to delta LBD plus L delta B D plus LB delta D. So volumetric strain is change in volume to the original volume. So it will be delta V by V. So epsilon V will be equal to delta V by V, which will be equal to delta LBD plus L delta B D plus LB delta D, which will be divided by LBD, which is equal to delta L by L, BD will get cancelled out, plus delta B by B, here L and D will get cancelled out, and then it will be equal to delta D by D, here LB will get cancelled out. So this delta L by L is the change in length by original length in the direction X. So this will be equal to epsilon XX, this is the direct strain in the X direction, whereas this B is change in the length in Z direction divided by the original breadth. So this will be equal to epsilon, sorry, not epsilon Y, this will be equal to epsilon, ZZ, and delta D by D is the change in depth in Y direction divided by the original depth in Y direction. So this will be equal to epsilon YY. So here we have derived this expression. So here it is. While using it in questions, you should always see that whether there is tensile strain or there is compressive strain, and depending upon that you should calculate volumetric strain. Application of this expression will be seen in further coming lectures. Till then, bye.